Isn't it extraordinarily bizarre when the government says, this is what the Australians want? I hear the Prime Minister say that a lot. But you're left thinking, which Australians exactly are you listening to? Because it's clearly not ordinary Australians. Take Chris Minns, for example. More concern is being shown for expanding hate speech exemptions than for protecting fundamental human rights of all freedom of speech and belief. Let's be honest about how this works. Labor doesn't convince the public, they cut some good deals with the Greens, they silence any internal opposition, they push the legislation through even when their own constituents clearly disagree. That's certainly not leadership, that's authoritarian thinking at work. And this bill is not minor. It is a major piece of legislation that takes Australia a very serious step towards controlled states, where speech, belief, and even intent are regulated by the government's definition. And it won't be long before thoughts is also regulated. Yeah, we will very much become a dictatorship overnight. And here's the part people should actually read. Under the proposed legislation, it becomes a criminal offense to publicly promote or incite hatred or to disseminate ideas deemed hateful by the state, with penalties that can reach up to 15 years in prison in aggravated cases. But what is an aggravated case? Well, let the judge of the day decide, because it's so broad. Yes, for 15 years, your speech can land you in prison for that amount of time. And notice something else that should concern everyone. The bill explicitly strengthens protections for certain religious groups, whilst Christianity is not afforded the same explicit protection at all. So yes, some beliefs are protected and others are effectively exposed. So much for DEI bullcrap, because that's not equality under the law, is it? That is selective morality that is being enforced by the government of the day. Make no mistake, this is about control. The events in December were not the cause, they were the excuse. This legislation had been getting worked on and been introduced since February 2025. It simply lacked the catalyst that it needed. Without one, Australians would have recognized it almost immediately for what it actually is, which is another COVID-era control mechanism that has just been repackaged. And that, by the way, is exactly why there is a sudden push to restrict or ban X. Not because it is offensive, not because it's unsafe like they want to tell us, but because it allows for unfiltered, uncontrolled, real-time public discourse. And that terrifies the government, of course, because they want total control. And they rely on being able to manage narratives so that they can do exactly that, but they've been exposed. People say if they tried the same COVID thing again in Australia, we won't accept it. Well, let me point it out to you. This is COVID 2.0. It's a different language, but it's the exact same principle. Fear, compliance, herd control, and power consolidation. So in this moment, you cannot afford to stay silent. You cannot assume someone else is going to speak up, because Australians need to be able to say no clearly and together. Government must remain government. They're not a parent. They're doing a bad job of being government, but they're certainly not a parent. They're not our moral authority and not our masters. Because if we don't stop this now, it won't creep in quietly. It's far past that. It will happen right in front of all of us. And by the time people realize what Australia has become, it'll be too late. And all you can do is leave your country. I rest my case.